to go. I know this sounds crazy, y'all, making sure we're live right here. I genuinely, and I don't know if this is just getting, I don't know, but I feel like time is just an illusion. It's just a complete illusion. It moves when it want to moves. It does what it want to does. There's no logic to it. It's wild how time can jump forward. Sometimes time can jump back. Do y'all experience that? Is it just me? Rodney, good to see you. So I am live. Y'all can hear me. You can see me. It is Friday. Hallelujah. Amen. I'm ready. How about y'all? How about y'all? All right. I have a question for you. Good morning, Wendy Reeves. What kind of parent, aunt, uncle are you? Grandparent? If you got a kid in your life, know a kid, borrow a kid. Which one are you? Are you the type, Mary Lynn, Tara, Hope, Mike, Trisha, good morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, y'all. Which one are you when there's a kid in your life and they say, I want some candy? And maybe they already had a little bit of candy. Do you give it to them? Like, you only live once, kiddo. Or are you like, that is rotting your brain? Because I'm really learning there's two types of people in this world. I'm married to one of them, and I'm the other one. I'm the type, my kids are like, Mama, can I? And I'm like, yep. And Brian's default is nope. So they get really confused. Really confused. Which one are you? Which one are you? More strict? More loose? Last night, usually on Thursdays, if we're home, nobody's traveling and all that, Brian, my husband, takes my oldest daughter to a card game thing these people do. These people get together, they play cards. It's really interesting. And me and my youngest will have a date, and we usually play this godforsaken game called Dragonomino, which is about as good as it sounds. But last night, Homegirl was tripping. I had a video and it wouldn't download, but she kept playing the final countdown over and over and over. This is the final countdown, burner. I don't even know how she knows this song, but apparently she loves it. And she was just freaking bouncing off the walls. And then I was like, why are you acting nuts? What is wrong with you? And then I saw that big old bag right there, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. You got to limit that stuff, man. Tara Hope, I know, I get it. Trust me. It's just hard. It's hard. Because I get it. I like candy too. But I think I went a little bit overboard last night. Kids are out of school today because we're leaving for the race. We're going to Nashville. She's snoring. She's snoring. So I think I did a good thing. I got her to bed, got her a good night's sleep. Is that just me? Looks like it's just me because I don't know.
Good morning and welcome to the number one morning show in America. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to one, father to nine, author, speaker, and the founder of 800%.life. It's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind.
Good morning, people. Party people everywhere. Party people in the house tonight. Everybody's going to have a good time. And we going to make you lose your mind. We just want to see you shake it. Boom, boom, boom. I have no idea where that came from. I have no idea. I have no idea. I always love listening to those party songs and your girl goes to bed at 8:30. You know what I'm saying? I've never, ever, ever going to a club at this point in my life. But it's fun to dance, ain't it? It is fun to pretend like we going out to the clubs, but we don't. We get up early. We get up early. We do things right. Just playing. I'm just playing. Love you guys. How you doing? What's going on? It's Friday, April the 24th, 2026. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. If you are new around here, this show is a live Monday through Friday, 5:30 a.m. morning show. Yes, you heard that right. Live at 5:30 in the morning because we believe the way you start your day will change your life. Right. Amen. Glenn Lundy is the host of this show. He is out in Arizona this week. They had a phenomenal time with 800% group. And as he was pouring into them, it is 2:30, 3:30, I think, in the morning there. So that's why I'm here. I'm on the East Coast, y'all. And y'all know East Coast does it right. So it's been a gift to be here with you all this week. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're watching on the replay, go ahead and drop it in a comment and let us know that you stopped by. Good morning, Liza. Thank you so much. Good luck this weekend. You're a candy person too. It's hard to say no. It's hard. Because I remember being told no as a kid. Like, you can't have that. And I'm like, you just wait till I grow up. You just wait. Yeah, good to see you guys. So all week long, what we have been doing is talking about these metaphors, preparing your body for events, races, and how that applies to our mental, emotional, and spiritual lives, because it is all intertwined. This is a cyclical process. There's not one thing that doesn't touch another. So when you improve one area of your life, something else improves, and vice versa. Amen. That's why we're doing this challenge. I think there's an official name, and I just keep calling it the Add One and Take One Challenge. Y'all help me out. I know y'all know. But for 67 days, Glenn has challenged this community to add one thing, one healthy habit into your life. And that can range from physical, I need to walk a mile every single day, all the way to relational. I spend 15 extra minutes with my kid at the end of the day, undistracted, right? How would that change your life compounded over time? And the other side to this challenge, add one thing. The other piece is take one thing away, one thing that is not serving you. And this compounds over time and creates a habit. And so you can still join that. All you got to do is text 859-208-2351 and you text horse. Why do you text horse? That don't make no sense, because it's the year of the horse. If you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know. All right. So if you want to be part of the challenge, check that out. Also, Morning 5 app, shouting that out over there. Who is in the app? I'd love to hear a comment and let me know if you're in it and where you're at on the leaderboard. And if you're not on the leaderboard and you're really struggling, just don't mention that. Just pretend like you haven't downloaded it yet. I won't tell anybody. Also, Facebook group, 800% Life. You can connect with these incredible members over there. Make sure you join that. And I don't have a slide for it, but I know Glenn has a free sales training in Lexington, Kentucky, mid-May. So if you are a salesperson or lead a team, you can bring your entire team. You can bring your mama, you can bring your uncle, you can bring your kiddo who's selling the lemonade stand. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I'm going to say go for it. If you're interested in sales, connect with him at 800% Life, and you can find the dates there and register. Again, it is completely free. It is free. Russell Hill, good to see you. Good to see you. All right. So all week, this is going to be, y'all might not agree with me on some of the stuff I'm about to share. And that's okay. Y'all might not agree. I'm curious. This is something I've deeply been working through in my life. And we're going to go, it's going to be like the ocean. It's going to be very shallow, and then we're going to go a little bit deeper as it goes in. But let me share with you what's been going on in my training. This time around, tomorrow I run in the Nashville Marathon, and we've been kind of leading up to that all week long. And I've been sharing about different races from my past, things that have gone well, things that have gone wrong, surprise people who have showed up for me, surprise people who have kicked my butt. My beautiful family has been there all along the way, and just some big life lessons that I've learned as I've gone through various events trying to improve myself as a runner and ultimately trying to improve myself as a human being. This time, marathon number 3, which our friend Glenn was teasing me the other day. He's like, you always say we're going to do another one, and then what do? I sign up for another one. So it's, I don't know, that's a whole other thing. But I've been hurting in a way I haven't been normally hurting. My left foot, oh my gosh, there's something in my heel, which by the way, I'm Southern, so I say heel, my heel. It's very hard for me to say that word. So I was like, oh, these are my shoes. So I switch out shoes. That helped for sure. But there's still been like this weird pressure. Then like hip over here, something going right over there. And I'm like, man, am I just getting this old? Like, what is happening down? I understand there's some wear and tear, and one could argue, and I think it's actually true. I probably need to stop doing long distance running and switch to weights. And I'm going to say that very quietly because my husband's been preaching that to me for a very long time. But I kind of ignore him. But right now, I'm thinking he may be right. But anyway. So I'm thinking, all right, maybe you're just getting a little bit older. You're putting a lot of pressure. You need to rest. And all of that is true. All of that is 100% true. But I ran across this reel. Reel is just as hard to say as heel when you're Southern. I ran across this reel on Instagram the other day. And I was like, oh my sweet, blessed Lord.
Most runners think they're running, but really they're just walking fast. Once you understand this, it will transform your running forever. The best runners land with a running gait, bent knee with a midfoot strike. It's what makes them look so smooth, efficient and bouncy. But most amateurs flick their legs out and land on their heels. They're running with a walking gait and is beating up their body with every step. When we walk, we should have a straight leg and land on our heel. But running takes 6 to 7 times our body weight. So we need to land with a bent knee and a midfoot strike to dissipate that energy effectively. Focus on returning your feet towards your center of mass and keeping your feet level with the ground. So go outside and cycle your legs back and feel the bounce of a midfoot strike and make sure you're following to move like a pro.
Guess what your girl's been doing for 20 years? 20 years running, which is crazy. 20 plus. I started when I was 14. I'm almost 40. I'm about to turn 40 in a couple of months. So do the math. I don't always land directly on my heel, but I definitely am not landing that way. And isn't it wild that I've been doing another fun note? I don't know if you're this type of person. Are you the type of person like me who just does, just does stuff? You just jump on in. You don't double check. There are people who double check and are very particular in making sure that I jump off the cliff and build a plane on the way down. That's me. So when I run, I've really never had anyone show me how to run properly. I've never really looked it up. I just hauled ass down the road. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep saying some words I ain't supposed to be saying on here. I just go. And for me, it's always been about willpower and grit and going and pushing forward. And I haven't really stopped and ever had anyone look at my form or considered my form. And I was like, oh my goodness. But what I want to share with you today really has nothing to do with that element, because this has been a theme in my life that I'm working through. And you may not agree with me. You may not. But I'm going to share it with you anyway, because we keep it real in here. And I love you guys. But, before then, it's time to dance. Be like, what's all this music going on, Heather? This is the part of the show where I say good morning to you. I'm going to see if I can say this exactly. Let me see if we know the spill. I bet y'all know the spill. Where I say good morning to you and you say good morning to me. And if, no, I already forgot the rest of what he says. If you're new around here, make sure you drop a comment. We'd love to get to know you. If you have been here a while, this is where you can say good morning to Russell Hill, Mike, Trisha, Sean Weatherby. Good to see you as well. Baseball Diamond Mike, why you gotta be teasing me? Girl makes a mistake and might be up in here. Listen, I know it's a baseball mom. I was tired, okay? I was tired. Louise, good to see you this morning. My phone's not showing me all the people in here. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. But Ish, Davis, good to see you. Robert, if I haven't said good morning to you, good morning as well. If you'll do me a favor, share this out. Share it out in the groups, the DMs, the walls, all places. Hit the share button so people can find the show, Lindy Reeves. I think I said good morning to you, but you know, you get a double good morning. A double good morning. Mary Lynn, did you know that I interviewed him? I gotta send that to you. He's a really, really interesting dude. Christina Howard, let's go, let's dance. Tony, good to see you. Peter, way to go. Good morning. Sounds like you too. Yes, yes, yes. And if you're watching on replay, we're so grateful you are here. Thank you for spending some time with us today. Oh, I think I'm waking for in my house. That's all right. So this thing that I wanted to share with you about my running form, you may be like, good for you, Heather Parody. Who freaking cares? I know y'all aren't like that. Y'all are cool. But this has nothing to do with running form. I've noticed as I'm growing up, which I still feel like I'm growing up, anybody else in the back, it's really weird to me to know that I'm grown up because I still feel like I'm developing into a mature adult every single day. It's wild. But where in our lives are we making things way harder than they need to be? And is there an element of addiction to suffering? Now, I'm going to tell you, like, what I'm about to share is not popular. You may not agree with me, and it messes with our minds a little bit because you are probably like me, and there has been an element where suffering and struggle has saved our lives. It saved mine, right? You have to struggle to get better. You go to the gym to tear your muscles intentionally so that they get bigger. But there's a fine line, I think, between that and being careless and causing injury where there doesn't need to be injury. And we can only answer that within ourselves when we look at our lives of, are these growth pains because this is intentional pressure that I'm putting on something in order to break it down and develop it and grow? Or is this carelessness? Or is this lack of discipline? Or is this my own freaking issues and trauma because I'm not okay with maybe things can be easier? Maybe life can be good. I interviewed this dude. He was once known as the world's most disciplined man, which I think is a pretty sick title. I'd be definitely putting that on my website. It is on his website. Craig Ballantyne. He has worked with countless high performers, helping them go to the next level. And he actually wrote a book called The Dark Side to Discipline. I'm going to play you a short clip from that and then we'll come back, okay?
Everybody thinks that when you do a whole bunch of stuff, then your calendar is full and you're always sweating and running around. That person must be disciplined. But that's reactive. That's reactive and busy. And is it accomplished? Because activity and accomplishment are not the same thing. And so this book is about a thinking person's approach to discipline, which, as you said, it's not really for the average American. It's for the high performer. But most high performers will reject it because I'm asking you to stop and think. And thinking is one of the most difficult things for people to do, because when you think, when you truly are thinking, there's no audiobook in your head, there's no podcast, you can't use your Spotify playlist. You actually have to sit there and be alone with your thoughts, or perhaps with a spouse or a business partner, and you have to do very hard mental work. And people avoid that. People will go in a cold plunge, or will go and exercise to the point of exhaustion and vomiting in order to avoid thinking.
Dang. Gary Vee, I don't know if y'all follow him. He gets crap a lot because he has really pushed this idea of do, hustle, go. And I'm not upset with him about that. I think we have to have that message in this world of taking action and moving and going and doing, because so many people are laying on their blessed booties and not putting themselves out there and trying. And object in motion stays in motion 100, right? We have to be able to self-motivate and go out and do. And a big way to break out of our ego and our mind and all of that is just going and doing. And I'm so grateful for people like him who teach this message, because I would not have broken out of a lot of generational stuff where I was at without that message. But at some point, you evolve, you grow, you mature in your race, in your running, in your performance, where the same things that got you here are not going to take you to the next level. And we have to stop, think, maybe question pain that comes in, that, just because I'm used to this pain, because pain is the thing that's gotten me here. Maybe there's an addiction to struggle. Maybe this is actually some unresolved issues in me. Maybe all the things that, kind of drove me in the past is actually the things that are keeping me now back from that next level. This is very personal, but I want to share it with you. I was at an event a few years ago, and I was talking to this leader, this man who was running the event, and I was sharing with him how I'm doing all the right things, but there were these couple of projects that I was just really struggling moving forward. And I didn't understand why. I didn't understand it. I'm like, if I write down what I'm doing, it is the right thing. Why is this project not moving forward? And he went a layer deeper with me, and we started talking about the way that I grew up and the things that I did to overcome that. And he said, is it possible you're still operating as that 16, 17-year-old girl who's trying to get out of a really bad situation? And the tools that you use to do that, you're still trying to use right now on way different problems, way more complex problems. So that gritty, chip on your shoulder, abused, yada, 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 it served you because it gave you the motivation and grit to get out of that. But that's not who you are anymore. And it's like, even though physically we may have evolved into a higher level, we're still emotionally and mentally operating as those little boys and those little girls who are going through hell. I know this is deep. But I wanted to share it with you because, again, none of this has to really do with running. It has to do with me never questioning the way that I've always done something, because I assume pain is normal and maybe good. I interviewed Kyle Cease. Kyle Cease, he was a kid actor. He was in 10 Things I Hate About You, by the way, shows you my generation. Let's go. He became a comedian, toured all over, left it all to write books and coach. But I'm going to share this quick clip with you and we'll get out of here. I can't believe time. Time is an illusion. It moves and it moves and it moves. It's going by so fast. But we were talking about achievement, struggle, yada, yada. Listen to this.
I believe your calling changes. It was my childhood dream to be a stand-up comedian, and I lived that childhood dream, and then I outgrew it. And then I later discovered I think that dream was actually, or that desire was actually out of trauma. I actually think that to do stand-up was my escape from a very unconscious, unsafe father. And the only place he and I bonded was stand-up comedy. And to get his approval, I started doing stand-up in elementary school, doing it without even realizing there's a fear behind it, without even knowing it. Like, it's just like, now do you see me, Dad? Now do you see me? Okay, I'll perform bigger. I'll keep going. The calling at one point was that. And that was way back when I was at a consciousness of I am what I do. Actually, not even that. I'm loved because I'm not bullied in junior high as the chubby kid because I'm a comedian. And so I start doing clubs and everything really young. And I have gone through different callings. I went through an achievement stage and I achieved #1 comedian. And then I went through a vibration stage and I let go of everything heavy and I followed that. I feel right now something that's pretty crazy, which is more and more as I do this work, I believe that the world mirrors me, and I believe your world mirrors you. Like almost, if not completely all the way. So doing stuff to get an external would be me just performing for the mirror and then seeing a guy that's desperate to get attention. Right? Like if I'm standing in front of a mirror and like, okay, now did it work? I'm getting back, now did it work? Everything in the world that you're scared of outside of you is only existent inside of you. So if you're scared of going to hell, you have a character that's dancing on top of a hell that exists inside of your body that you haven't alchemized because you haven't surrendered to the actual God of the now, and you have instead an angry God that is mad at the people he invented. And instead we're kind of hiding from what we're scared of, but it's inside of us. I believe also there's people are scared of and there is a crazy Illuminati one world government that's insane. We're revealing all this stuff about the Epstein files, all kinds of stuff. And there's a scariness of what's the world. That is true. It's outside, but it will mirror to you the fear you have on the inside.
What's interesting about this? We are entering into a time where folks are really going to be questioning what is the point of their life. Now, we've always done this as human beings, right? It's a part of the human experience. But agree with it, disagree with it, it's coming where there won't be as many traditional jobs as we've always had. A lot more things will be automated. There's chitter chatter about everyone getting an allowance at some point, maybe not when you and I are alive, but our kids. And it's interesting to think about that. And I'm bringing that up here because at some point, all of the kind of work struggle, again, whether we agree with it or not, is being taken away. And at some point, we're going to have to re-look at who we are and figure out why we're here and what is our purpose and what is the new way to grow. I'm not saying in the absence of struggle, but not the same kind of struggle we've been doing. Right? This stride that I've been working on since I saw that clip, which y'all wish me luck. The race is tomorrow. And I'm just now like starting to like relearn how to run like from 2 weeks ago. That doesn't eliminate the struggle of the race, right? It's just going to take me to a different level where I find a new struggle. So what I'm not advocating here is not that everything's rainbow and sunshine, you should never struggle and blah, 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 because it's just not reality. It's not true. That's not the way this place has been designed. And frankly, I don't think anybody in here wants that because it sounds boring AF, right? What I'm suggesting here is that the same struggle that we've had all along, maybe we've outgrown it. Maybe we're still operating from a 20-year-old version of us because we haven't healed inside of ourselves yet. And maybe there's new levels of growth, of struggle, of thought, of discipline. Maybe it looks different now. And when is the last time we questioned the way that we've always done it? And what is the agenda behind trying to keep us small, stuck, struggling with the same stuff? There's a quote, and we'll end it here. I know I'm over. There's a quote. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you so much, Trisha. That I want to kind of round us out here. This is a therapist out in New York, Rivki Gross, who I connected with, and let's end this here.
There's this quote from Marianne Williamson, who says that our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so other people won't feel insecure around you. We're all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others the permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So our expression matters so much, because as we unleash, as we get to the root and start to feel safe with being seen and expressing ourselves in our bodies, we give others permission to do the same.
Woo! All right, y'all. Again, I know this is a little weird, because in the personal development space, it's all about like suffer. You're never going to get anywhere unless you suffer. And then they have the men sweating in the B-roll videos, and there's like a growl, and there's always a chain. It's crazy. And true to a degree, but at what point are we in the gym building muscle intentionally, or actually injuring ourselves? Keeping ourselves back because we're still operating as a 20-year-old version of us who doesn't know better. I don't know. That's just me. Wish me luck tomorrow, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm nervous. We're literally about to pack up, go get in the car, and drive a long way to go get there. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for your kind words, your generosity, caring about your life, caring about other people so much to the point that you get up and you do the things that most people won't do so that you can make a difference in the lives of others. You guys are phenomenal. We love you. We support you. And we'll be back here Monday morning. Let's say it. Do it all over again. Love you guys. Bye.